We got some chicken wings. I see Dre Breeze over there. He's salivating at this. That's not a racist statement, too. I'm just hungry.
Nah, it looks good, man.
What's up, everybody? We are back with another video. Today we're in Lowell, Massachusetts. Now what makes Lowell so amazing is the prevalent Cambodian community here. It's the biggest population of Cambodians on the east coast of the United States of America, second biggest in the US next to Long Beach. I'm with my guy Nog, of course, the co-host here today. What makes Lowell so important to you?
When I moved from New York to Massachusetts, I always felt like I never really fit in anywhere until I met mad people from Lowell. Lowell people in general, it reminds me a lot of New York. Even though I'm not from here, like I just wanted to show people like how dope it is here.
So you feel like you're an adopted Cambodian?
Adopted. At this point, I hope I get my honorary Cambodian pass.
And today we also have Lowell native Ken.
Welcome to Lowell, man. Excited to bring you guys around. Got some really good food today. A little taste of the culture.
So we're gonna go on a food tour because you know Lowell is gonna have the best Cambodian food you can find.
Wherever we check out, I hope you guys pull up too, you know?
Yes,
They're all
sir.
mom and pop places, you know, help a community out.
You ready, Ken? You ready, Nog?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Ken, what do we got here now? Walk us through with the food right now.
We got the regular Cathil special. This is like the Cambodian version of Vietnamese pho. You guys got the Cathil Taco. That's a beef stew.
Taco?
Taco. This one's a little bit spicier. It's gonna be more of like thicker broth. We got the bread. Bread is the #1 thing to eat with it.
I'm seeing the bread. The bread is a French baguette. I mean, I'm looking at the food. I'm mesmerized. I'm seeing the spices. I'm smelling it right now.
I don't want to stop talking.
And all the peppers.
Oh, my fault. I didn't pay respect.
Bean sprouts.
How do I do it? How do you teach me? All right, lime first. Lime is making me think of tequila.
That's a big thing in Lowell right now. Tequila, everyone's on the
switching
on the
from
Class A
the
Azul, the
Henny-
1942.
We're talking about Cathil. Everyone knows pho as hangover food. Is this like what Cambodians eat the day after they get lit?
Oh yeah, man. This is the tradition. You go on a Saturday morning. You go to like a Cambodian restaurant. You know, like everybody's going to their spots. Like
Even if you don't go to a Cambodian restaurant, if you're just staying over,
It's usually homemade.
he makes it at home whenever I stay at his house.
Is there like a magic ingredient that helps cure hangovers?
on an MSG.
Sound like macaroni. You don't know what that means, right? Or not.
So you know it's good soup, bro.
It's that wop.
Wet ass pho. It's like the beef is braised, and in pho it's usually like slow cooked, and then like the raw beef is added on. But with this, it's like it's all slow cooked, like braised. So it's like cooked and then cooked in the liquid for the entire time. So it's really tender.
That's tendon. Yeah, this one comes with all the parts of the beef in it.
This fire. I'm not even gonna lie. Use the same noodles as pho noodles, right?
It's rice noodles. Yeah. Main thing you definitely gotta do is you gotta dip the bread in the broth instead. And that's like what is like crack here.
I love the sound of breaking bread. You know, nothing like breaking bread with the homies. Just dip it in.
Just dip it in the broth.
Put butter in there too.
Yeah, the butter in it. That's
Woo!
the thing.
Ooh, that's crack. That's better than like the bread you get at American restaurants. You know how they give you bread.
But you gotta replace that with this, bro. I'd be at Cheesecake Factory every day, bro, if they get that.
The brown bread's crack though. I'm not even gonna front. Most places you have to put the butter on by yourself. This is already pre-buttered up.
And it's a good butter too. It's not just like, you know, something.
I think it's like a whipped butter that has like pate in it. That's why it's so rich tasting. This is worth a cheat day for sure.
The big thing about these foods, we all got our different spots. Somebody else made this video. I'm sure they would have had like so many other options.
This is your spot.
This is my spot. My dad comes here, chills with his boys all day, talking politics.
So that's like important for you guys
good.
to like to pass down traditions.
For sure, man. We have these small, like unspoken traditions, like morning after Friday night. You know, I'm gonna go get some Cathil.
Man, yo, nice of you to join us.
Why is everyone watching?
I think this is a good spot for you because it's your birthday weekend, right?
Yeah.
So you went out last night, you know, had a little.
You know, some drinks. Over here is.
We were talking about how this is really good hangover food.
Definitely.
It's what it helps.
Cambodians going. They eat this and they drink the Henny again.
I like this better than pho. I'm not just saying that for the video. And the bread, like Nog said. Yo, can we get this man some water? I hope he doesn't have the Rona.
Eating the bread, bro, straight up.
Yeah.
I'm like hoping you guys wouldn't notice.
He hasn't really been talking, it's just because look at his bowl.
I smack this, bro. So good.
Like really quick around the table, this or pho?
This,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
go with this too. I already know what your answer. We go Cathil all day.
I like this.
This is so good to me. If I could have this every morning, I would.
Talk about the differences between the two.
I think there's some like
way I
difference in
like
the
it,
seasonings, and then like a big one that I've noticed is like what a Cathil special usually is. There'll be shrimp with beef, and with any traditional pho, there's usually not shrimp. And then Vietnamese people have their own version of Cambodian Cathil, which is called like Cathil Nam Bang. Phnom Penh is a Vietnamese pronunciation of Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia. So it's like Phnom Penh noodles, which is like their version of pho. So there has to be like probably a bigger difference than we realize with the seasoning.
It's so similar between Vietnamese cuisine and Cambodian cuisine. Why is it that I feel like Cambodian cuisine isn't as poppin' right now as Vietnamese cuisine? Because everyone knows about pho, but nobody knows about the Cambodian versions.
Vietnamese population is really big in America. Cambodian, we're freshly new.
In Lowell, like Cambodian culture is so big here, it's like the default Asian. Like when you're in Lowell and you say Asian, they don't mean Chinese, they don't mean Korean, right? They mean Cambodian. When like people that aren't Cambodian, like white people or Hispanic people or whoever, like, oh, we're gonna get Asian food, like they mean this. Like they don't mean beef lo mein or, you know, Korean food or anything like that. Like it's just default. It's like the typical thing for everybody. Like Saturday morning stuff, you'll see like, you know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, white people, like Asian, like West Africans, like they'll all be at the Cambodian restaurants like eating food because it's just like the default culture in Lowell. So I think it's super interesting because that only exists here, you know what I mean? Cambodian food might not be popular anywhere else, but like you come here and you get like this experience of like this community that's like so big and like welcoming and like everyone knows about it and takes part in it.
What do you think is going to take for Cambodian food to really take off?
I think like in general, you know, cuisines come in and out of popularity. It'll just be a wave one day. Something will set it off, you know, Cambodian food will get popular. Like right now, Korean food is so popular. Korean pop culture got popular and Korean food got popular. Maybe like they'll one day be like Cambodian basketball player that's just so nasty that everyone just starts eating Cambodian food, you know?
You got your cousin here now.
What's up guys, my name's Walter. Here to eat some good food.
Lowell resident for how long? Your whole life?
Born and raised.
So what we got here today?
Egg rolls for appetizer.
What's in the egg rolls?
Ground pork, taro is a big thing for Cambodian egg rolls. Special seasonings at the restaurant that I can't give away the secret.
Oh yeah, you can't give it the secret. It's like the Krabby Patty formula.
This is low chop. Very similar to pad thai. Stir fried pretty much the exact same way, but we use dwarf noodles. These are kind of like breakfast dishes or breakfast lunch dishes. This is mikatang. Mikatang is kind of like Chinese chow food. We put gravy on ours, like that sauce is special to Cambodian chow food. These are kind of like comfort food.
I know you mentioned this is like chow fun. Is it like, can you talk about the Chinese influence on Cambodian cuisine?
We associate pretty heavily with the Chinese culture. I mean, our families, we all celebrate Chinese New Year. Like we go just as hard for Chinese New Year as Cambodian New Year. We have some Chinese in us too. Like if you're from Phnom Penh, probably got a little bit of Chinese ancestry in you.
That's my main pickup line. You got some Chinese in you? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you want some? This is fire though. It tastes like exactly like Chinese chow fun. So like the main difference of this between the Chinese chow fun is the gravy, you said?
Right, yeah.
They add seafood into like squid and shrimp and stuff like that.
This is the special. The special comes with beef and seafood, so this is what I usually go to.
I grew up eating taro egg rolls because my dad had a Vietnamese restaurant, as random as that is. I'm Chinese and he had a Vietnamese restaurant. But he would make taro egg rolls and this just like takes me back to my childhood. Not Juan's childhood, it takes me back to my childhood.
Shout out to my Vietnamese though.
I know besides Long Beach, all the Cambodians after they left Cambodia came to Lowell. It's the second biggest Cambodian population. But you want to explain like why Lowell?
I think things just travel like word of mouth. A lot of people were sponsored here, they were refugees, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I think they got resettled and maybe they got put into like Maine or like Kentucky or something. And they heard that there's a lot of Cambodians on the East Coast and on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I think they just naturally migrated, you know, like people want to be around each other.
And have the best Cambodian food.
All day.
Better than Long Beach?
We have been to Long Beach. I'm gonna say, well, we ate Cambodian food in Long Beach. So I'm gonna speak on it.
That Long Beach. You know,
Can't say that. Because there's so many Cambodians in Long Beach and Lowell, I feel like Lowell randomly gets a lot of West Coast culture, like out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Like more than Boston, more than like New York, more than like any other major city. Like I see dudes wearing like Nike Cortezes and like dinky pants and like the whole like, West Coast.
The gang culture came from mainly from the West Coast, the Cambodian gang culture, and then it migrated over to Lowell and it went pretty hard in the 90s.
You guys been here your whole lives. Do you foresee you growing a family like here, or do you think more people in the future are gonna leave Lowell?
I mean, I've seen the bad sides of Lowell and also seen the good days of it. I grew up in the projects and now I bought a house up the block where it's more gentrified. For me personally, I'm gonna stay here. This is my heart.
We're we're back at the next restaurant. We're at Lanzang restaurant, a Laos restaurant. The Laos community is also prevalent here. We had to try some Laos cuisine.
This is Brian from Laos Boy.
Show him your Gucci ring. Show him your Gucci ring. That's Laos right there.
Streetwear legend.
That's Laos right there.
That's a Laos thingy.
We got some chicken wings, and it's prepared differently because they cook it with oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce, yeah.
Oyster sauce, and the sauce right here is
sweet and sour.
I see Dre Breeze over there. He's salivating at this. And that's not a racist statement, too. I'm just
It's good, man.
Papaya salad. Now, this is the thing that they were raving about. They're saying that this is super spicy, and I might not be able to handle it, but you know, we're gonna try it out.
Laos, they call this tamahung. Basically, it's just shredded papaya salad. There's fermented fish that they put in it, and then some Thai chili peppers.
All you guys raved about, and you said we had to try this.
The Laos community, Cambodian community, Vietnamese, like we're all intermingled pretty well in this city, you know what I mean? We all eat each other's food, another staple of the city.
Laos people out here, you know, they're really a part of the community. You go to school, you're always gonna find a Laos person just looking at their last name. Longer than 10 letters, they're Laos.
Was there any animosity between different Asian groups growing up?
It was mostly love. I mean, you get some hate. Laos people, they different, but...
Oh, they different?
They different.
I feel like Lowell culture is very unique in Massachusetts because like so many things popped off here. Like breakdancing culture got big here, sneakers, streetwear.
You a breakdancer?
Yeah, I'm just a dancer.
You want to give him a move real quick?
Laos dance, you know, you just Laos dance, you know? It's no TikTok dance, I'll tell you that. Go to a Laos wedding, you can see everyone doing that.
Not doing the Macarena. They're not doing the electric slide.
They're not doing the wop.
Speaking of the wop, we got some wings and papaya salad. Yo!
Say you're in New York, right? People are just like want chicken wings, whatever. They'll go to the local Chinese spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Lowell, people go to like Asian spots like this to get their chicken wings.
I don't know why Asian people make chicken wings so good, bro. This is like the bare minimal where you have to get the wings. Am I right? You guys?
My mom thought that shit would let her fly.
I see a lot of people, they leave a lot of meat on that. That's super disrespectful.
Chaser, man.
The sticky rice.
So we got the sticky rice for a chaser. It's because his dad's spicy.
Sticky rice right here is more glutinous right here. And when they make it, they kind of like soak it up for a few hours and putting this thing in like some bamboo basket and just keep flipping it.
Sounds like a workout.
Yeah, it's a workout.
Is there anything I need to get in the bite?
You want some tomato? The tomato might help a little bit.
Oh, that's a big bite, bro.
That's a big boy?
That's a big boy bite.
Go big or go home, right?
Let's see it.
For Laos. Yes, like, no chaser.
Not bad. It's gonna kick in.
Moments later.
I've just been kind of sleepy all day, but you know, now I know he's at 100%.
More moments later.
Fire-breathing dragon right
We're
now.
gonna go to the bathroom real well after this.
3,000 whoop-whoos later.
It's like sweet, spicy, sour, like it hits all the things. When any food item that can hit all those things at once, it just makes you crave it all the time. Is that gonna clear your sinuses?
Every time.
Man, I would probably say this is one of the best pie salad around here.
Reminds you of home?
Back in Laos?
Yeah, no, for sure. With my parents making that. They call it tamahung because tam means to like town.
Like, I need to wake me up, and like coffee is just not doing it. I'm desensitized to coffee. Every morning I'm gonna bite a shot of that. Alright guys, we are at Simply Khmer, possibly the most famous Cambodian restaurant in the world.
America.
In America.
I don't know if there's one in France.
You're just gonna call it the world, alright? This is Solomon. You wanna talk about the food we got right now?
What they're probably known for the most, we got the hot spicy chicken wings that Simply Khmer really perfected the recipe on.
The famous chicken wing. I'm gonna try it.
The banchan.
Better than banchan. Dude, there is a kick to that though. That is kind of spicy.
Then right here we got what we call psycho chagat. It's regular beef sticks. Normally eat this during the summertime and it's a cookout favorite, summer essential.
This is actually pretty good. They're like fatty too. It's better like than your Chinese takeout skewers that you just get.
Teriyaki skewers?
Yeah.
I like the sauce on it.
Beautifully said.
This is a mok tray. This is a national dish of Cambodia. It's fish, coconut milk, fish sauce.
This is tilapia?
Yes.
I already know it's already better than McDonald's fillet of fish. If you want to get a fillet of fish at McDonald's, and mom says you got McDonald's at home, this is the fillet of fish right here. The sauce reminds me of like a Thai curry.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Thai curry, I think they put coconut milk in it too. This is the lemongrass stir-fried chicken. This is my favorite dish here. What we call it for lemongrass is grung. Grung is a mixture of a bunch of different things. Lemongrass, kaffir lime leaves, galanga, like main staple of our food.
That is fire. The lemongrass kind of spicy too, huh?
Lemongrass gives it a
It's like lemongrass, like paste stir fry.
You can put a little bit of jalapenos in there too.
And like you can taste the lemongrass, but it's not as poignant.
Yeah.
It's just like a food that you get at grandma's house.
Grandma's house most definitely.
I mean, if I come home with leftovers, my mom's gonna yell at me. Like, why are you going out to eat? Like, I have this food at home. I can make all of this right here.
The mom hates it when you bring other Cambodian food to the house.
Do your parents know that you go out to eat Cambodian food?
They usually guys say, I'm actually going to Burger King.
You got the hot kati. So this is pretty much like the dipping that we use for all the light vegetables and stuff. So right here we got the eggplants, we got the string beans, a little bit of cucumber, and this is the mainstay right here. This is the dip that we usually use with the vegetables, and it's made with ground pork. The hidden ingredient is definitely the gudang, and then a lot more tamarind powder with it too. And it kind of gives it that nice sour and kind of bitter taste, but at the same time it's a little sweet too.
It's like chips and dip.
Do you only use this as a dip, or you can just eat it by itself? Scoop some, eat it like this oatmeal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling risky.
You're not gonna eat it with vegetables, eat it with rice. I don't know if anybody's sitting around with just a scoop of that.
All the other places were influenced from other countries, but this is strictly Cambodian.
Right here,
This is straight up Cambodian.
these two right
I
here.
don't think
Straight up
other countries
Cambodian.
have their own version of this. I think this is just Cambodia.
No one can touch it.
ever
No one can touch it.
I have one question though. Where are the Cambodian glizzies? I was promised glizzies.
The closest thing you're gonna get to a glizzy.
Right here, this is the glizzy. The glizzy on the stick. There you go.
You can't have your glizzy guzzler.
Go back to TikTok, bro.
Alright guys, that concludes the video. Thank you everybody here for being a part of it. You guys want to talk about which were your favorite restaurants today?
I love Lake Petit, man. So when you guys that place, it's like that's special to me, man.
Mekong, the Lord Cha. I never had it before. I never had a noodle that like that shape. That was just fire.
I like everything. Thanks for the free food, Evan.
You know, anybody out there wants some free food?
Picture a YouTube video to Evan. That was my whole plan this
Yes,
entire time.
free food, just pitch a video to me. Right. You've been behind the camera. What was your favorite spot today?
Yo, everything was gravy,
The
man.
only one thing had gravy in it.
Mikatong.
Oh! Alright guys, that concludes the video. Thanks for watching. Remember to watch the other videos up there and down there. Let me know in the comments any other cuisines you guys want to see. Me and Knock will knock it out for you. Until next time, we out. Peace.